The views and opinions expressed on Deeply Upsetting are those of the panelists and not those of the Geeks Under the Influence Network, associated brands, properties, or businesses. Listener discretion is advised.
Welcome back to Minor Upsets.
Minor Upsets.
It's the off week for Deeply Upsetting, where we deep dive into something that's upsetting us for the week, but nothing that's too horrible because the world is so bad. This is going to be pretty lightweight, but we get upset easily, so we're going to get into it.
We recognize that the world is a burning swamp fire, and we don't want to hit on anything that's actually that important.
Right.
It's more just the funny, but also upsetting.
We upset you in
stories.
Different ways.
Yeah.
You know, we don't need to tell you the fucking news. You see it.
Yeah,
You're there. Anywho, I'm Amy Bogarde.
I'm Mike the Hobbit.
Welcome back.
Welcome.
All right, let's get into it because I have a nice little story for us.
I am excited.
Okay. Well, don't be too excited because our story involves Ted Cruz.
No.
I know. This is where we really need sound effects because we need an audience being like, boo.
Or that wah, 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 wah.
Seriously. Or just like weird villain music.
Did he get that much needed beard lift that he's been looking for? So it doesn't look like it's pieces of cat fur that were just glued to his face?
Nope, still going. Still
Okay.
rocking that sweet look.
Cool.
You know he and his wife haven't fucked in like 20 years. If that. I mean,
Oh,
maybe
yeah.
more. Okay, so this article comes to us from the reputable news source that's the only place I get my news, Queerty.
Yay.
Yay.
Queerty.
Okay. The headline is, Ted Cruz is asked by a student if he would perform a sex act on another man.
I did catch footage of this moment, and it's incredible. It's so good.
Pretty good.
And it's the delivery of the college student that delivered that. I think it was a college student.
I didn't watch the clip. I only read the article. So, well, let me give you the backstory on it. So apparently Ted Cruz has a podcast, which if you listen to this podcast, you've probably never heard that podcast. Honestly.
There is no Venn diagram to which both podcasts.
These are in fucking multiverses, honestly,
Right.
multiverses away. So it's a show called Verdict, creative. And he co-hosts the show with political commentator Michael Knowles.
Okay.
Don't know who that is. Definitely not related to Beyonce.
Oh.
Better not be.
Oh my God. Could you imagine if Beyonce had a nephew or a cousin that had a talk show
With
Ted Cruz? And the amount of it's already bad enough that you are in the shadow of Beyonce as one of your cousins or something. But then you get a show with Ted Cruz and the rest of the family is just I wish there was a way to be more than dead to us. I wish we had murdered you, actually.
That's when I really hope that the Illuminati is real. And so then he just mysteriously goes missing. And it's who knows? Anyway.
And who knew that the Illuminati was actually Sean Puffy Combs, Beyonce, Jay-Z, and unfortunately Kanye. And that's why things have gone a little sideways lately.
I think Kanye is going to mysteriously disappear if the Illuminati is real after a while.
If whoever has some skin in the game as far as his record sales goes, they're going to be worth more missing than out there doing stuff.
Truly. I think Pete Davidson somehow suckered his way into the Illuminati. He ate somebody's pussy and got into the Illuminati. Maybe Beyonce.
No, it's one of those comedy hijinks political thriller movies where it's the guy that ends up being mistaken for the other guy, and then he ends up in a top secret agent situation, but he has none of the skills necessary to handle the situation. That's Pete Davidson with Kanye's missingness that is about to occur, is that he just got sucked into this conspiracy. And he's I don't know, man. I just smoke weed and fuck women way above my league.
I thought you were going to say that someone mistakenly, mistaked Pete Davidson for somebody else. And I was fucking who? That dude looks like a string bean, but also a Chipotle bag, but also hot and in prison.
It's literally only two other people. It's Machine Gun Kelly or Travis Barker.
Oof.
Those are the only two people.
Yikes. Isn't it crazy that they look so similar? Definitely at least cousins. But there is just a weird, complete difference in sex appeal. I feel like Machine Gun Kelly has the sex appeal of a wet saltine.
Mm-hmm.
Somehow Pete Davidson has a ton. What is that?
Even Travis Barker, there is something there a little bit.
I feel like he's losing a little bit.
In modern day, yeah, I would agree. But like
He had
90s,
it.
early
He had
2000s era, oh yeah, he was fucking killing it. But Machine Gun Kelly has that, just enough of that scary energy about him where it's not just Pete Davidson, like he's not going to hurt anybody. He might make it.
Machine Gun Kelly's not going to hurt anybody.
Well, no, but he's got like that weird white man rage kind of vibe to him where like he could get really angry at a party and like, God, all right. Like,
you think so?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, see, I don't get that from him at all.
I get him as, from Pete Davidson, I get that the worst thing he's going to do is like get a little bit too drunk and tell a girl his real feelings about her that they've been friends with for 15 years and just make it really fucking awkward from that point on. Whereas Machine Gun Kelly has that energy where he's going to like steal his girlfriend's car and wrap it around a tree. You know, like.
Wow. I get such a different vibe from him. Like, I do
Really?
not like this dude, but I don't get like scary from him at all. I feel like he's just trying so desperately to be like, I'm dangerous. I'm pretty scary.
I don't take it as like the intimidating scary where people should be intimidated by him. It's more of the like, this dude is like sketchy and like unhinged. Like it's more like worried about what they're going to do.
Oh, okay.
Kind of energy where they're so erratic and.
I get it. I respectfully disagree, but I understand where you're coming from. The dude does not have good vibes, and that's all that we need to really know. How did we get here?
We started, I think, by trying to avoid talking about Ted Cruz at all.
Oh, that's true.
But yeah, during this
live podcast
recording, and there's this crowd, and I think it was this college student that is handed the microphone to ask a question. And you have the question, right?
Oh, no, you were doing an impression of it. I want to know how he asked it, because you said that it was very, like, calm, cool, collected.
Like, hello, Mr. Cruz. Thank you for thank you for coming to Yale. My question to you is this: if you were able to solve world hunger by performing fellatio on someone, would you? And the crowd was like, wah! Like wide open, just fucking lost their shit. But the fact that he was well spoken, he had like some verve to his voice.
Gravitas.
There was at no point that he seemed like rushed or like freaked out by saying this to Ted Cruz. It was like there was such a level of like, fuck you specifically. I give no fucks about like embarrassing you in front of this crowd.
Oh,
this is fun for me. This is like really like, yay, but like let me be formal in my fuck you.
Well, you know, person. Yale is the #1 theater school in the country. Their theater program.
Nice.
So this guy is definitely born from,
sure.
from Yale drama.
Next season of SNL, it's just literally the dude that asked Ted Cruz if he would suck a dick for world peace or whatever.
I think it's great. At least give him like the featured comedian thing that they give some people.
Music by Mary J. Blige and featuring the dude that told Ted Cruz to suck a dick.
For world hunger, and Ted Cruz wouldn't do it. Oh, spoiler alert. Ted Cruz, this is so fucking Ted Cruz. Like, this, nothing has ever been more Ted Cruz besides when he left Texas during the snowstorm. That was very Ted Cruz.
That was very Ted Cruz.
But this is, I think, even more Ted Cruz because he didn't even, like, have the wherewithal to say no. He just literally was like, I think Michael could answer that better than me. Why? Why could Michael answer it better? Has Michael sucked a dick for hunger and it didn't work out? Like, why could Michael do it? And he just didn't answer it. He is such a fucking little bitch. Like, the worst. You couldn't have just been like, no, say something. He just didn't want to say anything.
Well, this is why this is such a perfect question, because by forming that question, it's putting him in an impossible situation. Like the two buttons meme, where it's like, have to perform fellatio, which then he would be like ruined by his peers for agreeing that he would perform a homosexual act.
Right.
So terrible. But then solve world hunger. And so if he does suck a dick and he solves world hunger, then he's seen as somebody that's willing to sacrifice his own personal like comfort level or whatever, taste jizz, and then people get to eat something other than jizz, like, and they're like in decent portions. And for both, and
we didn't actually discuss portion size.
Portion size. No.
Is this like a Cheesecake Factory situation, or is this like a fancy restaurant? Cheesecake Factory, you're getting a fucking trough, a nacho trough. And honestly, we love it. Thank you, Cheesecake Factory. Sponsor our show.
Yeah, right. Deeply upsetting. Sponsored by the Nacho Trough at Cheesecake Factory.
That's so on brand. I
It
love
really
that
is.
for us. I feel like Ted Cruz was just thinking the whole time, I'm not going to do a Donald Trump voice. I can't do it. It's not meant for me. But I feel like he was just thinking the whole time of Donald Trump just being like, wow, Ted Cruz would like suck some dick. This is why he has an
Right.
ugly wife. Just like twist that again.
And then thinking of what his PR person said a couple years ago is that like he is not allowed to say anymore, fuck those hungry children.
Right.
He's just not allowed to do that anymore.
Stop doing that.
So look, that is not looking good. It is playing really well in the Midwest. Otherwise, it's just not doing that great.
Well, the reason that I guess he passed it over to Michael, who does not deserve to share a last name with Beyonce, because Michael was like, hell fucking not. Like, fuck them kids for real. This wasn't even about kids, but you know.
Yeah.
Fuck everybody hungry, poor people out here. You do not deserve it. I will not be sucking anybody's dick. Like, this is disgusting and immoral and all this bullshit. He had no qualms whatsoever.
Oh man, I need to make a t-shirt that just has Ted Cruz's face and it says in the Snickers thing, hungry, eat a dick.
Oh my God. I love it. The Snickers would have the dick vein though, right? That was also pressing news this
that was
week.
pressing news this week.
That was a minor upset understudy.
That's the thing, the kid got interrupted and that's why Ted Cruz was like, oh, can't answer this question. But the question is like, if it solved world hunger, would you suck on a dick vein of a Snickers? Was actually the question.
The dick vein really gives the Snickers so much character,
It
I
does.
feel. It's a different texture of chocolate, which just adds like to the textural sensations of a Snickers. Literally, since I read the article about the dick vein today, I can't think of anything but a Snickers. That's all I'm thinking about. I'm just hypnotized by that dick vein.
It suggests that the Snickers is like handcrafted by like
God.
sensual chocolate craftsmen.
I feel like it was made from God. God made on the first day, God made the dick and put that vein up in there. And then on the second day, God made a Snickers and put that vein up in there too. Just put it in there.
I mean, I got Tazon Day to do a sequel
my
called
God.
Chocolate Vein.
Oh my God. I live for a Tazon Day reference. I will never be done with Tazon Day.
If you look at, there's a graph out there somewhere that shows when everything started going to shit, and it's actually at the same level of the lack of Tazon Day references on the internet.
I agree. Bring it back, people.
So if you want the world to get better, start talking about Tazon Day more.
He breathes away from the mic. Or no, he leans away from the mic to breathe.
He also follows us on Twitter.
Nuh-uh.
Yes. Or
Wait.
not, no, GUR
Oh,
on Twitter.
fuck that. Tazon Day, fuck you. Follow me too.
Tazon Day, fuck you. We love you. Please
We love
follow us.
you. Tay, please. Chocolate Rain really was ahead of its time, clearly.
Oh man, like, hey, if you could do like an intro song called Chocolate Vein for us, then
Oh,
we
I
would
would
love
die
you forever.
happy.
Yeah,
I would truly die
You know,
happy.
I would suck a dick for
I
that.
was just about to say that. God damn it.
Also, world peace too. Don't get me wrong. Like,
Yeah.
if they were like, you have to suck this dick, but then like world hunger is solved. Like, you're good. Yum yum yum. Put that dick in my mouth.
I mean, I enjoy sucking dicks, so I feel like it's not fair.
I feel like this question suggests that you don't get choice over whose dick, though.
That's very true. If it was Ted Cruz's dick, I would at least pause. But
Yeah,
I would still do it.
I mean, yeah, you would have to. It's world hunger. I mean, you've got to make that sacrifice. But
yeah.
I mean, Ted Cruz. Oh,
It's salty. You know it's salty.
oh yeah.
It's like terrible.
It's because whenever he looks in the mirror and looks at what he's become, he just cries and all the tears just run down his belly and just like congregate around,
Grinding his
brining
dick.
his
all the
dick,
time. That's so awful.
running his dick with his moments of clarity tears.
But also, you know that Ted Cruz, like, if the deal was struck that it was like, Ted Cruz, if you suck this dick, world hunger will be over. And whoever's dick he was sucking was like, you know what? No deal. This is terrible. Like in the middle of the blowjob.
Oh no! I'm sorry if you make a deal for world hunger.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't even to protect Ted Cruz because fuck him. But
Yeah.
I just don't like the idea of returning a blowjob mid blowjob.
It's that bad.
You
It's
can't.
that bad.
Once mouth is hit tip, that is a transaction, my friend. Like that is a full. Now I would think that if it's to solve world hunger, you got to put a little more effort in than just tip work. But
It can't just be tip work.
Not
Not
just
just
tip work.
licking. You gotta like wrap your lips around that bitch.
yeah.
But I just feel like the inside of Ted Cruz's mouth is like gritty or something.
The inside of Ted Cruz's mouth, I think, is like an abandoned beehive. It's just like, it's dry and like kind of creepy.
There's no hope.
It's a little sad.
All
too.
semblance of hope is gone. It reminds you of the fact that the bees like might be gone at some point.
Right.
That's what you think about when
And
you're
then all the flowers
when you're
in the world
Ted
too.
Cruz's mouth. You think about the decline of flora and fauna in our world. And how Mother Nature has forsaken us because
God.
we've taken her for granted. And your dick is just like so soft. Like the softest it's ever been. It's filled with only despair.
That's the thing that Ted Cruz didn't really consider in this conversation, is that like he wouldn't be sucking a hard dick, because there's nobody who would be able to stay hard with like going up to the like cat hair patch beard like dried up empty beehive mouth Ted Cruz being like, yum yum, put it right here. And that's, I mean, the most like beyond flaccid.
You know what's fucked up when you think about it? Somebody out there thinks that Ted Cruz is sexy. Somebody does.
Oh, there's some like hard right person that is just like riding that train so hard that they're like, ew, sexy Ted or something.
Oh,
and
God.
yeah, horrifying.
They like think it's hot that he's the Zodiac killer. They're so into it.
Kill me too, Ted.
They like write him a love letter, but it's in, damn it, what is it called? My brain's gone. The symbols and stuff that the Zodiac killer uses.
Oh yeah, they're using a
Okay,
cipher.
great. Cipher.
Jesus.
God damn it. That joke. It was okay.
It was a decent joke. But it was just that like couple second pause just took all the air out of it.
But whoever it is, I'm continuing. I'm going to roll through it.
Keep going.
Whoever it is that wrote the cipher like didn't have the patience for it. So it's literally just like a couple different things and it just spells out like fuck me. It's so lazy. It's so lame.
Like they wrote out the words that it's supposed to spell in the cipher, but then they didn't fill it in with anything else. So it's just like a weird assortment, like placed weirdly on a paper.
It's like a cipher word scramble. It's really fun. Honestly, though, I would enjoy doing that. I feel like that would be a fun little puzzle for me.
Like a Ted Cruz.
No, not the Ted Cruz sex.
Doku.
No, God. Please, no.
Not a Ted Cruz sex doku?
All right. Yeah, I like it.
Okay.
I like it.
Right.
I would just have to pretend it was literally anyone else.
Literally
besides
anyone
Ted
else.
Cruz.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
fair.
Good Lord. So yeah, now that everyone's dry as a bone and soft as a pillow down there, I don't know.
I picture Ted Cruz alone a lot at home. Like
Definitely.
his wife and children don't spend much time with him.
Oh God.
So I just picture that he has like sock garters. For some reason in my head, he definitely has sock garters.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way that he doesn't wear sock garters.
I agree with that.
And for some reason, I think blue pinstripe boxer shorts
Ew.
and old stretched out white tank top.
Definitely tank top. I was going to go tank top as well.
That's what he wears under his work shirts, his business shirts. And he's just standing there like on the balcony of his bedroom, because his wife probably has a separate bedroom.
Oh God. She has like a separate wing. She's like, don't fucking come near my wing.
And he's sipping on like bourbon that he can definitely afford better.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, he just doesn't know about it.
He just doesn't know about bourbon, and he's like, this Knob Creek, and they're like, Knob Creek is like really inexpensive for bourbon.
It's like it's been aged masterfully.
It's 10
for
years aged. Like it's not. Yeah, okay, it's not bad. Like don't get me wrong, Knob Creek is fine, but
you could do a lot better.
You could do a lot better. He's got like one of those fancy bourbon, like a cask that he puts the Knob Creek in.
Oh my God, please. It's in his office and he like offers it to people all the time to be like, it's like Mad Men. You guys want a bourbon? And they're like, ew, get that cheap shit out of here.
Right.
Also, nobody wants to hang out with you, Ted Cruz.
He's got this cask that he pours his couple fingers of Knob Creek.
Ugh.
And then he walks out onto the balcony in his sock garters and blue pinstripe boxer shorts and tank top and just like looks off into the woods behind his house and just like stares and just like takes a sip. But he's like, he only drinking bourbon because he thinks that's what cool guys do.
I don't think he's drinking straight bourbon out here. I think he cuts it. I think he cuts it with like Sprite or something. Like something horrific.
It's something horrifying, like it's cherry Coke only.
Like somebody in college told him that like that's what cool guys drink to like fuck with him, and he just never learned that it wasn't, and so he's just still drinking fucking cherry vanilla Coke and bourbon.
It's cherry vanilla Coke, just a touch of half and half, and enough cream.
God.
Like, yum.
They're like, yeah, it's like a cherry Russian. It's so hot, like sexy. He's like, this is my sexy drink. And he drinks it while eating like a bowl of Raisin Bran or something like deeply unsexy as a food.
He's just got like this bowl on his little bar that only has Knob Creek in it. He's got just a bowl of just like loose chocolate chips, like the baking chocolate chips, just like a bowl of loose. Like he could have gotten anything, just the chocolate chips for cookies.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Why did I just feel bad for him because of this fake scenario? Fuck him. Oh my God. Forgot for a second what we were doing. We're too masterful at storytelling.
Yes, really. We're just sucking ourselves in, like seeing the other side of Ted Cruz.
What do you think Ted Cruz's favorite movie is?
Ted Cruz's favorite movie? It's either Wall Street, and he quotes it all the time to friends, and they're so fucking sick of it. Like,
he doesn't have
Greed
friends.
is good! And they're like, fucking shut up.
He does not have friends. Who are these people?
Oh, his wife's brothers.
That he calls his friends.
He calls his friends at family gatherings, and they're like, stop. I can't deal with you.
Do not post about me on your Twitter.
Wall Street, or he says that he really likes The Deer Hunter, but he's never sat through it. Because it's like a 3.5 hour movie. It's a long movie. And he was just like, I don't have the energy. Like, so he's caught maybe the first 20-25 minutes of The Deer Hunter. And then he's like, yeah, they're like that one scene, you know, and he's like, yeah, totally. That's my favorite scene.
Or what's the most racist Rambo movie? Because I feel like it's that one.
Rambo, I mean, yeah, there's stuff that's not great, but it's by far not the worst of the action movies as far as racism goes.
Okay,
like,
what's the worst one?
Oh my God. There's so many. They're like 70s and 80s action movies can be really, really bad.
Yeah, it's too bad I missed out on those.
Yeah, tough, right?
Oh,
yeah.
well. Too late now. I can't watch them. They're too dated.
Too dated.
I'm simply too busy.
I think some of them are so hilariously bad and so dated that it's almost forgivable how bad it is. It's that it's so overtly racist and terrible that there's no way that anybody could have ever taken this seriously.
Yeah.
You know, that it's almost making fun of racists by like how racist it is.
Yeah, and he just doesn't get it.
No, he doesn't get it.
Like,
He's
this is
"Woo!"
cool.
Yeah.
This seems fun.
Let's watch American Ninja 3 again. Woo! Let's do it.
God. Or it's like that movie that came out a few years ago that everyone was like, what the fuck? Who asked for this? Nobody needed this. About like the Nazi teenager that falls in love with like a black girl and they have to have like a secret relationship. Remember that one?
No, I might have blocked it out of my brain.
I didn't see it. It had like one of those really cheesy like YA sounding titles where it's like The Moon of Our Love or something like that. I forget what it's called. I'll think about it and post it on social media or something. But that came out a few years ago and it was just met with overwhelming why.
I was starting to search my brain for like a fun punny title that the movie could be and immediately realized that there is no good that can come from me coming up with a fun punny title for that movie.
Yeah, keep that one to yourself.
I thought of one and that's when I went, no, not.
You're going to have to go ahead and tell me that off mic.
Okay.
I feel like that's a great place to stop because now it's like a really good cliffhanger that we're never going to find out what it was, except me, I will know. But the listener just has to like lament that they'll never hear your like terrible tone deaf Nazi movie name.
That's if you really want to find out what the terrible tone deaf like punny Nazi movie name is, then rate, review, subscribe, tell everybody about Deeply Upsetting. That's a great question to ask me at a live show.
True.
Is what is the name of the of the Nazi romantic comedy movie? And who knows? That might be the time that it is unveiled to the world.
It's unveiled. Oh no, we don't need to unveil that.
So yeah, make sure everywhere you get your podcasts, you can find us. Make sure rate, review, subscribe, all that stuff.
Yes, ask us questions. Tell us if you feel like your dick sucking skills could end world hunger and should. We'd love to know.
Actually, yeah, no, we definitely want to know about that. And you can even be anonymous. I just want to know that there's some dick suckers out there in the world that are looking to make the world better.
Yeah,
You know?
exactly. You're already making the world a better place. If you could just get some extra perks, that would be awesome. Right. Extra perks being ending world hunger.
Just bonuses.
Bonus.
So, getting commissions on that dick sucking.
The biggest commission of all. You get straight into heaven. Sucking that dick real good.
St. Peter's at the gates being like, listen, it was touch and go in your teenage years. You did some weird stuff. But then you started like solving hunger with dick sucking.
Yeah, we couldn't ignore it.
Yeah, and you know what? That's where we started paying attention. And good for you.
We all watched the footage.
Yeah, right.
We said we weren't going to, but then we realized we all did it anyway.
And then we were like, ooh, Ted Cruz? This person automatically heaven.
In heaven. Ted Cruz is in hell at that point, and Satan's like, are you serious? Like, this fucking guy? Can he just like, is there another place? Let's make another place. Let's just like have a whole separate wing of hell for him.
Ted Cruz in hell is definitely going to get the shut the fuck up Donnie energy from the devil of just being the guy being like, no, I like evil too. And the devil just, shut the fuck up, Ted. Nobody is talking to you. You are in a conversation that you were not a part of. Fuck off. And
get out here with that salty dick, bro.
Ted Cruz just like turns his head down and like wanders away. And the devil's like, I can't. If I could find a way to like get him to go to heaven, I'd be like, fuck it, let him. I don't even care. I don't want to deal with this motherfucker anymore.
He says like one word and everyone's like, seriously, stop. Like, come on. Stop. Like the most. And everyone in hell is like glancing over at each other like, oh, God. It's just bringing everyone closer in hell. They just all mutually hate Ted Cruz the most.
Satan's on like a hell mountaintop giving this big important speech about evil sermon about like taking back the earth and like and ending the world and all this stuff. And everyone's like, woo! And then Ted's like raising his hand
yep.
like right up in the front. Like he got there early to make sure he was in the front of the crowd. He's like, Mr. Satan. And Satan, Jesus, hi. He's trying to get his attention. Satan's just ignoring him completely.
Definitely. And then Satan's like, you know, when we go and inhabit the earth, somebody's going to have to stay here and watch hell for me. It's a big job for a big friend. Who should do it? Ted? You're my best friend. You can babysit hell while we all go up to earth.
I mean, the lake of fire isn't going to drag itself for bodies.
Exactly. So. Ted, you're a real clutch guy. Bye. And everyone fucking absconds.
Ted Cruz, the guy that holds the bowl with the keys in it at the key parties and all.
100%. He's like that dude on Party Down that was like trying to throw an orgy all the time, but like nobody was interested in doing it. He would absolutely do something like that. Oh my God, we could do this all day.
Oh, all day.
I mean, all day.
It's just a dunk contest. Anytime you talk about Ted Cruz, it does feel like they put the trampoline at the bottom of the hoop, and I can't jump at all. So they also lower the hoop.
Yep.
So that I don't even need the trampoline. It's so low, but I'm still like, wee.
So you feel like you're doing something.
Yeah.
But it's the easiest thing in the world. Love to hate you, Ted Cruz.
Woo.
Anywho, next week we'll have a regular episode of Deeply Upsetting. So if you have any questions, please let us know, and we will hopefully answer them on the next episode.
Yep.
But for another minor upset, I'm Amy Bogarde.
I'm Mike the Hobbit.
Okay, bye.
GUIPodcast.com.
Yum, yum, yum. Put that dick in my mouth. Mike the Hobbit here.
Lowdown Brown.
Inviting you to check out Geek Some of the Influence, a podcast that pairs booze with conversation with good friends.
And a little nerd culture.
We get a lot of colorful conversation out of our episodes, but it is here for everyone. No gatekeeping.
Always level up everything we do.
We'll punch up, never punch down.
Exactly.
So check out Geeks Under the Influence everywhere you get your podcasts and join us or die.
Shut the fuck up, Hobbit. Welcome to GUI Nights.
GUI Nights.
Yeah, I am Lowdown Brown. With me as always,
Mike the Hobbit.
this is the tangential side of GUI.
This is like so many of those other shows that has the after the show bit mixed with a little bit of Baywatch night, so it's a little sexier. It's a little bit after hours.
Also while tying it into the previous episode of GUI. So look forward to that too, because this comes out the week after the flagship hour-long episode.
So make sure to check out GUI Nights, and when you're done, you can
Go the fuck home.
In a world with too many reboots and remakes,
Two men will stop at nothing to make it even worse.
join Mike the Hobbit and Tandy as they play by their own rules while pitching new takes on some of your favorite and least favorite films and TV shows. What podcast would dare to bring this upon the world?
This is Smack My Pitch Up.
Hey guys, Scotty P here with Smash on your left. And we are the Geek Fathers. That's right, bringing all the trials and tribulations of being a geeky parent.
So welcome to our world.
And as always, join us.
Or cry.
Coming straight from the mouths of madness, I'm Lowdown.
I'm FU Hunter.
Do you love horror?
We fucking do.
So this is a podcast dedicated to all things in cinematic horror. We're talking movies, television, composers, special effects artists. We're gonna fucking cover it.
So if you love horror,
Embrace the madness.
In a world of blockbuster movies, there's another dimension.
The dimension of schlock cinema. Join us at Beautiful Disasters on a journey into the fringe territory of B-movie abandon.
We review the flicks that are forgotten or underappreciated to give them a proper place in the annals of celluloid history.
I'm the Groots,
FU Hunter.
your guides at Beautiful Disasters. Come along with us for a fun ride. May the schlock be with you.